Hello, everyone. Welcome to our next episode. Welcome to our next episode of 5 Minutes Uncut Conversations, powered by Hustle and Heels. Today we have Indira Paddibhatla from the Department of Cardiology at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. And Indira is a very good friend of mine, and we have known each other for 2 years now. And it took a little bit of, motivation to get her here. But I'm so glad that you made it and you decided to talk with us in this episode.
Thank you, Zinia. Thank you for this opportunity. I think I resisted for so long. There is so much that I think everybody has a lot to say to everyone. But I chose a small point, which I think many people are not aware of. So that after a lot of thinking, I decided that I should talk about it.
That's nice. It's a very interesting topic. So, Indira today is going to talk about emotional depths with us. And Indira, I would need your phone to set the timer. Until then, I would like to give everybody a little more background about you. So, Indira has a lot of experience, and she has done her Ph.D. as well as postdoc earlier from US, and then gone back to India, where she has had different kind of roles in academia as well as in companies. And now also she does a lot, and she's very talented, has a lot of experience, and it's nice, you get to learn from people this way. That it's not as if we were all having the same experiences. What would we learn, right?
Learning is the most beautiful thing, and I think that my suggestion to everybody would be never stop learning. Learn something every day, something new. And when you look back at your life, you will realize that you were never bored because you have learned so much.
That's so true.
I'll start the time.
Yes. So, Indira, why did you decide to talk about emotional depths?
I think that one of the most important aspect of an individual is the emotional state of mind, and that is the most neglected, because people have a lot of time looking into how they look physically, but mentally how are they looking is what is very important according to me.
I think I asked the wrong question. What is emotional depth?
I would say that emotional depth is like how you have financial debts with a bank, or with a particular person. You, in the same way, you have something called emotional debts, and this has never been recognized, I feel. And I was thinking I should write a whole book on it, but this is an opportunity. I think 5 Minute Uncut is the best place where I can actually talk about what I actually want to say.
Yeah.
And there are because it's 5 Minute Uncut, I wanted to say 5 important points. I wrote them and brought them.
Wow.
One, I think this emotional depth is created at 5 different scenarios. There are several scenarios, but I'm giving you 5 scenarios. When there is a prolonged silence. For example, you have had a neighbor, or you have had someone you knew who'd come to you, and they were at their lowest moment in their life, or that was a moment when they were just falling apart, and you were there with them. It just happened that they encountered you and they broke down in front of you. They expressed you, and you have you were so shocked at that whole thing, because it was very unexpected by you, but you didn't respond. You had to respond at that moment, but you didn't respond.
Yeah.
Because it's very natural to respond. And then you went back. You went back home, or things moved on. But it's that lingering effect is always there behind you, that I wish. Sometimes it becomes too late, and sometimes it is constantly bothering you, because it's not because you feel that at that moment, had you responded, it would have made a huge difference.
Yeah.
And you know that. So you're emotionally in debt with that. It is an unspoken thing that happens between people. The second scenario will be when like an unacknowledged vulnerability. For example, there is somebody you knew. They have you knew or you didn't know, they have shared their, you, like an acquaintance, or a person you know very well. They have shared their pains, and you did not know how to connect. Therefore, you didn't respond. You didn't show empathy because you were unsure how to respond. And by the time you decided, it was too late, let's say.
Yeah.
That creates an emotional depth.
Hmm.
It's very essential to clear that equation. And whether the other person is feeling it or not, you are going to expose yourself towards to that depth now. And the third one would be when you have you're withholding closure between, like, let's say there are two best friends, two, like, let's say a romantic relationship or anything, like any two people you talk about, right? When there is no proper closure, let's say that they were friends for quite a long time. There was this huge argument, and then they decided to part ways, right? But without informing the other person, you cannot do that. You are, and nobody has written, there is no book that says that this is the jurisdiction or this is the constitution for emotional relationships.
Yes,
you know?
yes, yes.
But it is a silent understanding.
And they still hold that power in your life.
Definitely. And you keep thinking, I wish I had that one more thing that I had.
Yeah.
So again, there is an emotional depth.
But it's so difficult to let go.
It's very difficult to let go. I will tell you, once I tell you all the fun, this is the third one. Fourth one will be when you're, let's say that you come across someone, you become very intimate, because some people gel like that. Some people, it takes a long time, but when you gel with someone and suddenly you're ghosting them. Let's say that relationship was not a relationship, that acquaintance became so, you got so close with them, and you are no more, suddenly one day you decided not to converse, Oh, your uncut time is over.
We have, I think, one more point, so you
Yeah,
can please.
yeah. And let's say that you have not responded to them. You have shown such intimacy, and then you parted. But you're not, you have to come back, but you're not doing it. That also creates one. And the final one is when you're neglecting milestones, which I think everybody has their own way to explain. When you don't wish someone on their anniversary or on their birthdays, you don't have to take the most beautiful bouquet, or you don't have to give them a gift or something, but you have to do it. And what I'm saying, all of these I'm saying is, definitely it will make a difference to your relationship. Definitely it will make a difference to the other person. But even more important, it makes a difference to you, because it creates a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
That you are not addressing.
Yes.
And mental health is very important. Whether it is between a parent and a child, or two best friends, or two, like an acquaintance you met in a bus stop, or employee, it's very essential to keep your equation clean, because you don't know whether you'll have another chance.
Yes.
So it's very, very important to not have this. And if you do realize it, I think you have to go back. You can go back to that 4 years back, that particular person. If you can find when that person is, go back and close it. Go back and talk to that person and say, this is what I felt, and I didn't do this conversation with you.
Yes.
And sometimes you may not have a chance, because their life, they must have finished their life on this earth. It's very essential. So I personally think that you should not create this debt.
Okay. Wow. Sorry. I got engrossed. I was captivated by whatever you said. This was such a deep, thoughtful conversation, and it's beautiful the way you broke up the entire emotional depth. But then I know we are way beyond, but I can't just stop myself from asking you this question, that according to you, what do you feel that a person should do? What are those key steps a person can take in order to, avoid having this emotional depth?
I think that, for me, I personally think that 24 hours in a day is a long time. I have been happy with myself with the 24-hour time point in a day. And I think that if you really look at life properly, you will realize that 24 hours is a good time when you should take out some time and invest on your mental health. It is with people have time for makeups, people have time for shopping and window shopping and checking it and looking. You have so much time. I think
Scrolling.
and stop. I would say, tell yourself, stop saying you don't have time, and stop saying I'm bored.
Yeah.
The moment you feel that, ask yourself, I need to do something about my mental health. And there are hundreds of books sitting there. There are so many very good psychiatrists, psychologists who are giving so much of information, which is very useful for you to understand yourself before anything else and anyone else. And I think that should be the first step, where you take out some time in a day. You are ready to go to the gym. You're ready to. Are you asking yourself, am I doing something about my mental health?
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Thank you so much. I love this conversation, and it almost feels like it's a part one of emotional depths. We are going to come up with part 2 and part 3 of emotional depths, definitely, so that we can have, a few more 5-minute uncut conversations about these, taking few scenarios or, few aspects of this and talk further about it.
Yes.
So
So much.
I think everybody's going to appreciate this, because I'm sure that at least one of these scenarios, each and every person is going to relate to at least one of these scenarios, at least.
Yes. And I think that having that closure or having that clear equation will make it easy for you to face anything in life. Because after some time, when that happens, when the guilt comes with different scenarios, you're building this emotional depth. You refuse to face life. And I think I'm saying everything I'm saying is in my opinion. I don't think that there are books written on emotional depth anywhere. So let you all know, and that's why I thought I should write about it.
Absolutely.
Who defines it? I think
Absolutely.
a couple of people who define it also say it in a different way than what
What another 5 minutes?
I'm so sad.
It's like 2 5-minute uncut conversations.
Yeah. So I should stop you.
We are definitely going to have another part. I'm not going to divide this into 2 parts, but we'll have another. But
So my take home message to everyone is spend some time with yourself. It's very important to take care of your mental health, as important as your physical health.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you loved this conversation as much as I did. I hope so.
I hope I was of some use to everyone giving some information.
Thank you so much. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. And we'll have you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so sorry. I made you cry. I'm sorry. Oh.